This is just outside of Port Renfrew. Port Renfrew is back here, and we just saw a whale breaching, but hopefully we'll get to see one.
Yeah, so just to clarify, Port Renfrew is on the west coast of Vancouver Island. The shot straight out where you don't see anything is, well, if you go far enough, eventually you'd hit Japan. It's not something I'd recommend trying, but that's where it's at. It's big and it's wide and it's open, and we actually had gone out there originally hoping to find some big waves, and well, it was about as dead calm as the ocean could get. We had about 2.5 to 3 foot rollers coming in with a wavelength of about 50 feet going around 50 kilometers an hour. So there was that, there was a surge, and the camera doesn't really pick that up, but that's what we were looking at there.
The West Coast Trail. There's the kelp bed here.
So all along the coast, there are these giant kelp forests, and well, I guess the whales were looking for krill and other zooplankton that they eat in this area. And you really had to be careful with a jet ski not to start ingesting the kelp leaves. So that was another concern. So Steve, the friend that I'm with here, as far as the waterfall goes, he has flown over it in the wintertime, and it's quite spectacular. It's a giant waterfall that shoots straight out over that cliff and into the ocean. Right now it's down to a trickle because for almost 3 months we haven't had any rain. So this is a sand beach that we came across, and because of the giant rollers coming in, there's quite a surge. We attempted to go on the beach. We didn't film this, but the white jet ski almost got toppled over on the beach because it went sideways. There's just no way that you can go on a sand beach, let alone the rocks. It's just, even on a dead calm day, it's very violent. So now that, yeah, it's not on film, but there's no way you can do that.
Okay, so right out there's Japan out there somewhere. A lighthouse over there. Port Renfrew's over there about 20 miles. There's Steve. We're heading back now. That's a fishing boat out there. We got these big rollers. I don't know if it really shows up, but I'm gonna put on the GoPro suction cam and try to do some filming yet.
So just to clarify, we went 20 miles north of Port Renfrew along the coast, staying pretty close to the shore. So the GoPro suction cup holds the camera anywhere on the boat that you can get the suction cup to adhere. I was hoping to get some kind of perspective on the rollers that were coming in, the big waves, but it really doesn't pick it up. And anytime on the ocean, there's no such thing as calm water. You're always bouncing along, and it's quite a violent ride. So Steve was just parked with his jet ski, and one of the gray whales came, I guess, within about 30 feet of his jet ski there in this shot. Going to these 3 caves here. So going into these rocky inlets is actually extremely hazardous because the ocean can go from 1,000 feet to 0 feet within a very short distance, and you don't know where the rocks are and where the reefs are, so you have to be really careful when you're doing this. And there's also a lot of kelp beds that can get drawn into the jet, which would leave you stranded. So you really got to be cautious when you do this kind of stuff.